We have another Zoom caller. Yes, we do. And if I'm not mistaken, that's our buddy Eastvale Joey calling in from Eastvale, California. Joe, I think you're going to have a lot to say to this gentleman over here. Let's hear it, buddy.
Dude, I think I called it last time I was on.
I think you did.
42 to 10 was my prediction. I was pretty close.
Very.
I think it was. What most impressed you about this victory, Joe?
Hands down, I think we dominated the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball. The offensive line, I think, gets the game ball this week because they were just dominant. Dallas is decimated on defense, so the O-line did exactly what they needed to do and what they were supposed to do, which is a little different for Detroit historically, when sometimes they play down to their competition. But this time they played like a championship team does. They did exactly what they're supposed to do. They ran the ball right down the throats when they needed to. They moved the ball around, did what they wanted to do. And offensively, they were just unstoppable.
Yeah.
Joe, let me ask you. I asked Dave this question earlier. What is your thoughts on Aiden Hutchinson could be lost for the year? That's a huge blow, especially going into Vikings next week.
Yeah, there's no doubt, man. That's a huge blow. I don't think there's any question. I'm no doctor, but I watched the replay in slow-mo. I think he's going to have surgery, season-ending surgery on that leg, and he's done for the year. So that's going to be an enormous hole to fill, especially since we lost our other edge, a couple weeks ago, Derek Barnes is gone, So we got some huge holes to fill defensively up front. But like I said, the offense is going to have to carry us, to the promised land if it's going to happen. I said all the way back in the preseason that our season will be determined by who's on the field at the end of the season, and, you never know what can happen. But our offense is rolling well. If they can stay injury free, I think they could, it could be a one-sided type of playoff team, to win big games, So,
do you got a player of the game, Joe?
The offensive line, man. Offensive line dominated today, and they did like I said, they did exactly what they were supposed to do. They spread the ball around to everybody offensively. We had Branch had a couple picks that were nice. So I think the offensive line and the defensive line both deserve the game ball today.
I like that. I like that pick of the offensive line.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
O-line.
We love you coming on, buddy.
Yes.
And
Dude, thanks for having me.
Keep up the good work.
Yep.
Appreciate
we always
you.
like your insights, especially from a West Coast Lion fan.
Mm-hmm.
That's right, baby. West Coast. How they do that?
Joe throwing up the gang signs here on the No, I'm just joking, Joe.
Easy.
I'm just joking, Joe. Thanks, Joe, for calling in, all right?
Yes.
We'll see you, talk to you next week after hopefully another Lion victory against the Vikings.
Hey, next week is the real test. That is the first real test for the Lions this regular season. So we'll see how the defense can do against Jefferson and their quarterback, and see if they can shut him down. And if our offensive line can continue to mow people down, then I think we'll be right in there for a close game and maybe a victory.
Yep. All right.
Thanks, Joe. We'll talk to you next week.
All right, guys.
All right,
Take
Joe.
care.